I'm just about running out. Difficult to say the least.
Most of it's gone.
We're kind of in a hole that it's going to be very hard to climb out of.
Didn't spend my money wisely.
Going out of a weekend and spending too much.
I'm going to buy this, going to buy this, going to buy this.
Daunting, I suppose.
It's really, really scary.
Student money matters have never been so complicated or so challenging. And according to students themselves, they've never felt so out of their depth.
You're expected to budget on your own. If you haven't had any previous experience with that, then, well, you can be a bit lost.
But now, there's the Money Doctors.
We educate young people at the university in personal finance.
Help for those already having problems.
Genuinely, if it had not been for the help that I've had here, I would not have completed the degree.
Help to stop debt ever getting out of hand in the first place.
People learn to budget their money before they start spending all their loan.
And help that will keep education on track all over the country.
If the students don't feel that they've got those kinds of things under control, of course they won't study.
This is First Aid for Finance from the Money Doctors.
Hi Lee, you all right? Haven't seen you for a while.
No.
How are you getting on?
Much better now, thank you, thanks to all that.
Okay, how can I help you today then?
A monthly monetary check-up for third-year student Lee at Staffordshire University.
And everything's all right with your gas and your electric now?
Gas and electric are both now up and running. There's a regular payment going out. So
A year ago, Lee nearly dropped out of her course because of financial worries.
I would literally lie awake at night worrying that I haven't been able to pay this, or there isn't going to be enough money left at the end, and sometimes whether I could actually get to university itself, because there just wasn't enough money left in the pot for me to pay train fares and silly things like that.
Lee's story is just one of thousands across Britain's campuses. Just stop any student in the street and it quickly becomes clear that for many, the dream of a better future through higher education threatens to turn into a financial nightmare.
Paying for like maintenance, like rent and bills and general food costs and study costs for books and everything, it all goes into pretty quickly. It goes doesn't leave you much.
You're sort of starting lower than the bottom, aren't you? You're in the minus figures when you're in debt.
I'm just about running out of money. I'm not eating as well as I should be.
And it's not just the students who suffer. Debt is taking a toll on the whole education system. Many of those who drop out of higher education cite money as the reason.
If someone had told me at the start of university you're going to be in this much debt, it's going to work out this way and this way, I would have thought twice about coming to university, to be honest.
Right, okay.
Yeah, no.
So from what I remember last time, you were paying about £35 a month, is that right?
But students such as Lee are among a growing number now realising that real help is at hand. Last year, she started to see Rachel Broster, Staffordshire University's money doctor.
It's just wonderful that her contact with me has grown less, so it's not like I've taken over and done everything. She's managed, with my help, to learn the skills to manage her finances herself, which she is now doing a very good job of.
There was a time when I did actually consider stopping university, and it was speaking to Rachel that then made me think, well, no, actually, let's see if I can sort this out, and now I've completed my degree, so.
Rachel's just one of the money doctors now at work in educational institutions across the country, thanks to the Financial Services Authority scheme. And the unique money doctor's approach means they're much more than just a sticking plaster for when things go wrong.
It's probably one of the most difficult things that you can hear as an advisor, for somebody to come in really struggling and you think, if only I'd seen them sooner and I'd been able to tell them this, or I'd been able to help them with that. But with the introduction of money doctors and the work of the FSA, we've started to become a lot more proactive and think about how can we get involved with students and try and stop them getting into debt.
And at Roehampton University in southwest London, they've taken that a step further.
3 weeks into term, you have no money left. Money Doctors says, see student money advisor.
The Money Doctors game is a virtual year based on Monopoly, and it has money, students have profile cards, and it's all the ups and downs of what could happen to for a student. And it really is, this game is about raising awareness, it's about the pitfalls that might happen to you. So we train our...
Nikki Reed is one of the original Money Doctors. The pilot scheme started here at Roehampton, where its proven success has led to a rapid expansion.
I think there's about 70 universities at the moment, between 50 and 70 universities who are now working with the Money Doctors Toolkit and the game to educate their students. They've done excellent work, and it's been an amazing experience because not only is this project good for students, but it has been incredibly uplifting to see other practitioners developing what was in the past a very reactive service. People have become, practitioners have become very, very sort of creative and inventive in the way that they deal with student finance now. So it's very, very satisfying.
Satisfying, and for students such as Anne-Marie and Jake, life-changing.
I came to university with a large credit card debt, and once I came to Roehampton, I then didn't spend my money wisely.
I sort of got bombarded with credit cards and things that most people do at 18. They start getting the credit cards in, and I just spent all the money on them.
I sought advice to begin with from the Money Doctors, which was very, very helpful.
The Money Doctors made a big difference in helping me budget and speak to creditors, banks.
For a while it did affect my university degree, my studying, but I was able to get over that very quickly with the help of the Money Doctors.
And for Roehampton's Director of Student Services, Raewyn Ford, it's the knock-on effect that makes Money Doctors so vital.
It's raised everyone's consciousness that students, that money is a problem for many of them. And if the students don't feel that they've got those kinds of things under control, of course they won't study. They won't do as well in their exams if they're worried about bills, they're getting threatening letters from various places, and so it's very important in terms of their study and their success at university to have these kinds of things under control, and I think the Money Doctors programme has done that.
Money Doctors is already clearly making a difference.
A big difference.
I think very important.
I just can't thank them enough.
And as the programme is rolled out across the country, its influence on future finance will become even greater. For many students, that can't happen too soon.
It does get very tight.
It's not just about lifelong learning, it's about life-wide learning.